What is up, everybody? It is good to be back. It's me, Tshroom.
Macroeconomic calendar, guys, nothing today, really, at all. Monday, June 19th, quiet day. We do have Tuesday, June 20th here. And the reason for that, by the way, is because it's Juneteenth. So, not a lot of federal events going on today. So, Tuesday, June 20th here. Tomorrow, we got building permits coming in for preliminary looking at the preliminary May permits that were made for built for so that people can build buildings, right? So we'll see if that's coming in. It's not going to be a major thing for us. Big one right there. Fed Chair Powell's testimony is on Wednesday at 8 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. So that he's going to be testifying, sitting over there in front of the best boss in the world, number one boss. And so we'll see what happens with that. Trueflation neutral 2.52, still 1.5% below what the federal government, the number one boss, is pushing out there. 24-hour liquidations, guys. Looks like only $7.5 million in liquidations for Bitcoin in the past 24 hours. Ethereum at about 5.82. Number one winner in the past 24 hours is OKX. So there you go. OKX is your big winner.
Nothing really changed this weekend. We're all the same. We're still predicting another rate hike here in July, and then it's going to pause September, November, December. At this point, even though Jerome Powell has said he expects 2 more rate hikes to happen, CME Futures is not saying that's going to happen. They're calling bluff on that, but they are going to give him one up to 525 to 550. The real question is going to be how long will it stay at that level? When it comes to the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, sitting at 47, back in neutral, nothing really happened. And we got up to 49 yesterday, down to 47. However, let's go check out these charts. Thank you to Chart Prime, the most phenomenal indicator out there. Also, massive partner of this channel. Wouldn't be here without them. If you guys are looking for a great indicator tool to use for your trading, go ahead and go get it with that link down below. We're starting off here on the 4-hour chart, guys, and you guys can see we did get a nice little break over the weekend out of our falling wedge. A lot of times you get a breakout after the 5th wave, after the 5th touch. Well, guess what? Right there, 5th touch, boom, we ended up breaking out to the upside. The conservative estimation would be a price all the way up here towards 27,482. That's going down to the support level. A more kind of aggressive estimation and prediction for a price action would actually be coming back up here to the top of the falling wedge itself, coming back up towards 28,500. Both of these, though, get us above that red level, which is resistance of a falling trading channel. You definitely want to keep your eyes on what's happening when it comes to formations on Bitcoin. But there's one more I want to bring your guys' attention to here on this 4-hour chart. That kind of looks like we formed a little bit of a bull flag. Going to be very interesting to see if we can make a move after this. If we were to be able to do that, let's go ahead and come down here to the bottom. Okay, this flagpole, move that flagpole over to the bottom of the flag. This would give us a price prediction up here towards 28,141. So that's 2 of them kind of putting us in the same area back up to the peak that we were at May 29th or so. You guys who watched the show on Friday know that I talked about the significance of this level. When we're here on the 4-hour chart, we are sitting lower highs and lower lows. So unlike the macro version where we're in a bull trend, sitting higher highs and higher lows, right now on this secondary trend, we're still bearish. And guess what? As long as price stays below 28,500 or so, which is where this peak is, we're still in a state of setting lower highs. Even if we top out right here, this was not the main move. Remember, when I went back and counted these, you're looking at these, you're looking at touches here is really what you're looking at. So I didn't do it on this one. 1, 2, and I'm probably going to run out of touches here, guys, honestly. 4, 5, and then I got to keep going. In reality, 6 was like this right here. 6 would have come down to this point right here. And until we break up back above that 5th touch, it doesn't matter if we break this level right here. We're still setting lower highs on this secondary trend. We got to get above 28.5 to break that downtrend in price action here on Bitcoin. Cardano, this is one that I'm not as bullish on right now. I'm not loving what I'm seeing. And even this right here, guys, 4-hour chart. I'm going to kind of leave it here. The chart prime oscillator did it for me. I don't even have to draw it for you guys. We got bearish divergence for me here on the 4-hour chart, but I could see it on the RSI as well with those higher peaks and yet lower peaks on price action. Guys, I'm still bullish on Cardano long term, but I'm not convinced that Cardano has officially bottomed out, especially with the fact that we are getting some more bullish news coming in. And we're seeing some other things, kind of relief kind of coming from that massive bearish stuff happening last week. Cardano's just staying kind of boring. And yes, it's going sideways kind of with the RSI and the oscillators dropping. So maybe we're going to get a little bit of a relief. But with that bearish divergence, I would not be surprised to see another one and potentially a good push. I told you guys before, I have my yellow box drawn over here on the daily chart. I'm going to keep my eyes on. I've kind of purchased all the Cardano around the 24, 25 cent region I want to. The next time I'm purchasing more Cardano for the long haul is going to be down here in this yellow box between 18 cents and about 14 cents. And at this point in time, guys, yes, we have a daily chart oversold, green reversal. I'm not necessarily too confident and convinced that this box will not be hit in the next couple of weeks, maybe months. That's what I got for you guys on Cardano's TA.
Right now, I'm sitting bullish on Ethereum. You can see here, this is the trade bands, just so you guys can get a visual here. This is the top and the bottom trade band. That delta line is running literally on the 786 right now. So I want to give you that perspective first, okay? And you can see right now we are bouncing on that lower trade band. Remember, we typically tend to trade between the trade bands. So if you look at back here, that's where we had our rejection out there with that reversal printing there on the chart prime indicator, and down it came. Now we have fallen below that. We created a new order block down here. We got back above the golden pocket, and now we're on that lower trade band. If you look down here on the MACD normalized, is another free indicator from Chart Prime, guys. Absolutely amazing. It creates a fast mover and a slow mover with stochastic RSI overlaid with MACD, and it also does averaging on the histogram versus the typical moving averages. So we can see right here when I bring this in that MACD normalized fast and slow moving line is starting to curve back up. So I do believe what we're going to see here on this histogram is a curvature to go for more upside too. So guys, there's 4 different oscillators here that are showing bullish activity on Ethereum right now. So I do believe that Ethereum is going to the upside. That trade currently right now for me in profit, and I like to see it. Who doesn't?
Decision in Grayscale versus SEC case expected in next few weeks. Result could tip the tables for Bitcoin ETF approval much sooner than 240-day requirement. Negative headline risk now balanced with positive headline risk. This was in response to Justin Slaughterer's comment. Justin Slaughterer he was an advisor to the CFTC, and he said the DC Circuit typically issues decisions 3 to 5 months after oral arguments, so an opinion could drop any day now. In some cases that had oral arguments in March and April have received opinions in the following few weeks. This is just going to show, the timeline continues to indicate that we should see an outcome here from the Grayscale versus SEC any day now. A pretty big bullish indicator here, actually kind of gesturing to our thumbnail. This is from Will Clemente, a very respected analyst, saying, shown below is when GLD launched, allowing easy access to gold exposure for investors, GLD being a gold ETF. If and when BlackRock, who has a 99% ETF success rate, Bitcoin ETF launches very similar structure to GLD, expected similar price action as its unlock access to Bitcoin exposure for the masses. So you can take a look here at where GLD, the gold ETF, went live back there early 2005. You can see the futures price of gold skyrocketed 359% after the release of that. So in any case, if you're looking at this from just a binary standpoint, price went up and to the right. So that was very positive for gold. And the question here is kind of, could the same thing happen for Bitcoin? Piper, I'll throw it over to you. Do you think that the same forces are ready to bring Bitcoin higher? And is it going to be to the tune of triple-digit % increase? What are your thoughts on this? Muted.
You're muted.
Of course I am, because
But
I'm
not
the king of the mute button. I think it's going to have a positive effect. I think that there will be a lot of FOMO that will move it along that way because people have that mentality. And look, it happened with gold, why not with Bitcoin? But I don't know that it's going to be a 3.5x on Bitcoin, like running off of that. Mind you, that's years, I think, on that chart, right? That was over years that took place.
That's correct. About 6.5
Okay.
years.
Yeah, sure. Why not? from this current level, I think 3.5x is probably very low. If we're looking at like this year, no, I don't think we're going to 3.5x off of it as soon as it launches. But no, it's bullish. I think it's bullish information. I think it's bullish.
Share his screen one more time. I want to look at something real quick. The dates that it's overlapping have to do with the 2008 crash in the markets. So let's see. Around 2008, it kept moving up during that time. So the reason why I think this could happen, and even more so, T-shirt, the fact that a lot of the negativity that was happening in the stock market kind of crossed at the same time that gold just exploded. I think that we're going to do more than 300. I don't know how long it's going to take. I mean, so here's just the thing about this: 300% in the next 6 years. That's chump change.
I think 6 years from now, you're going to see Bitcoin closer to the $300,000.
Yeah, we're going to see this actually go in the next 6 years. Yeah, like you're saying, like we're talking about 10x. Yeah, 10x.
Wow, you made it to the end of the video. Great job. Now, if you want more content like this, whether it be TA on Bitcoin and Ethereum or altcoins, or you just want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest news in crypto, then stay tuned and tune in to our 9 a.m. live show every single weekday morning. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when you tune in live, use the keyword grip strength in the chat, and you'll get a special shout out from anyone who's paying attention to the chat. Love to see you there.